Good.
Okay, two people waiting.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, I will let them in, then you can start.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, you can start.
Good. Thank you. All right. Hello, everyone. It's Julie from Ocean Rehab and Fitness. I know a few people are just in the process of joining us, so I'll let you know about what our equipment is for today that we'll use, and then I'll kind of reiterate that in a while in case there's a few others who join. So today is a paddling day. I have my dowel. If you have something like a broomstick, a cane, an umbrella, just something that's rigid and will space your hands apart. That is what we'll need for our cardio portion for today. So we will be using our dowel, and then we have one hand weight. So that is the two pieces of equipment we need today. If you don't have a hand weight, maybe you have a water bottle or a soup can or something like that that you're going to use as your resistance equipment for today. Or you can always just use range of motion, no weight in hand as well. So that is the plan for as far as equipment, a dowel, one hand weight. That is all we need. As usual, have a drink of water handy. So have your water bottle. Take a drink anytime you need one. I'll cue a few water breaks for us as usual. So you can sit back on your chair to start, full back support. And maybe you'll take your eyes to closed for just a moment. I think we're going to keep it simple for our breathing exercise to begin our class today. Let's just keep it to nice even breaths in and out. And I'll have you do a little bit of a body scan and just see how you're feeling as you begin class today. I usually try to do one of these at the end of class too, so you kind of have a reference point to check on. So you can do a scan and see what your energy level is like, whether you maybe are working through an injury or have a joint or muscles that are a little bit sore today. You might need to be a little bit careful while you exercise and use that joint or muscle today. Or maybe you'll find that once we get warmed up, it feels quite good. And as long as you are kind of aware of how it feels, then you are able to move and work with us through the exercises that we're doing. So just working at your own pace today, taking some nice even breaths in and out to just finish checking in with yourself at the beginning of class. Take one more nice even breath in and out. And then I will let you decide if you keep your eyes closed or you open them now. We're going to do some slow shoulder checks. So you're going to look over one shoulder, back through center, and over the other side. And we're not doing any rotation through our spine right now. So this is only the head and neck guiding this movement. So let's just do a few like that. We'll do one more each way. And then you'll come back through center. And we're going to do a slow nod of the head next. So maybe you'll drop chin to chest and then look slightly up, not directly overhead, but slightly towards the ceiling. Again, this is all movement on the base of your skull as it attaches to your neck. Let's do last two like that. And one. Good. And then we're going to change the movement just a little bit. We do this more as a stretch at the end of class, not typically at the beginning, but you're going to look down towards one hip, and then you're going to look diagonally up towards the ceiling on the opposite side. So just like a sweeping movement from hip to ceiling, crossbody. Nice and gentle. If you find that there's one point where maybe you get a little twinge or something, we're not looking for Any discomfort? We're just looking to warm up through the joint and muscles. We'll do one more on this side. And then we'll come back through center and you'll do the same on the other. So looking down to your hip, sweeping across to look up to the ceiling. And we'll do that 2 more times. Awesome. All right. We're going to do a single side warm up for arms for a little bit here. So pick a side, doesn't matter which one. Give me just a slow bent elbow shoulder rotation to the back. Good, last one. And then do the same thing to the front. Maybe you're feeling like you have a little bit more of a scooping hand for this one. That's good if that works for you. Last one. Good. And then we're going to do both of those things with a long arm. Make sure you got the space for that around you. Doesn't have to be a really big circle, so whatever feels good for your shoulder today. We'll do one more in that direction. And then we'll turn the other way again, maybe with that scooping hand, long arm forward circle. Last two and one. Okay, and then for our next one, we're gonna go cross body, so touching our hip on the opposite side to reach up. Shoulder stays low, so maybe you do this, and possibly I should have started with the bent elbow. So if you feel like a bent elbow is a nicer starting point for you, you might stay there or go to that longer sweep if you like. I'll try and remember on the other side to do that bent elbow setup first. Last one. Awesome. And then we are going to keep the bent elbow for our next one, which is coming from our side, cross body at eye level. So hand comes cross at eye level. And then maybe a longer arm reach as well. So like our seated jacks, single arm. Just 2 more like that. And one. Awesome. And then let's do all the same ones on the other side. So we started with that bent elbow, shoulder circle to the back. Good. And then we did the same thing to the front, maybe with that little scoop hand. Shoulder stays set. Last one. And then we did the same thing with the long arm. So we did that long rotation to the back. Last one. And we did the same to the front as well. Long arm reach, maybe with that scooped hand. Good, last two. And one. Excellent. What did we do next? Oh yes, we went crossbody. That's right. To come up with maybe a bent elbow to start. So that was, I think, the one that I was thinking we should do that first. And then if that feels good, you're going to go to your long arm reach. Good, 2 more. And one. Awesome. And then our last one, I think on this side is the bent elbow that came crossbody to start with, and then we'll do the long arm version in a minute. So crossbody, hand at eye level. And then maybe that longer reach, just like our single arm seated jacks. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's do just a little bit of rotation. We're going to do that without the paddle to start with, but we're actually going to grab our paddle a little sooner than we usually would in just a moment. So both hands on the same side lap to rotate side through center. Nice gentle rotation. So this rotation is from our mid spine as opposed to our hips shifting in our chair to give us that side shift. So mid rotation, maybe you're also shoulder checking, just working through whatever is a comfortable range of motion here. We're only going to do one more on this side. And then we'll move to the other and do the same thing. So shoulders are set. Maybe you're adding in that shoulder check as well. We're gonna do three more. Good, last one. Awesome. And last thing before we get that paddle in hand, both hands are on your lap for this next one. Actually, I'll make this a couple of different kind of stages to the exercise because often we do some belly breathing at the start of class and we didn't do that today. So I want to just do a few of those where a breath in makes you feel a little bit like you're filling up a balloon, but a breath out actively pulls belly button to backbone. So this is quite a big move to start to engage through our core muscles. Obviously, as we're moving and working and calling on our core muscles, we don't want this big a squeeze in a moment. But for now, that belly button to backbone activation, just as a little reminder to those muscles that we need them to do some extra work for us. So belly button to backbone for 2 and 1. Good. And then depending on your level of core function, you're either going to stay at your chair back to do that belly button to backbone, nice long spine stretch, or we are going to activate our core, so that little bit of belly button to backbone as we hinge. So either of those are options depending on which is best for you. We're gonna do these nice and slow. We have front support with our arms for this, so that is helpful to maintain that length through our spine. We're gonna do last 2 and 1. Good. I'm gonna grab a quick drink of water and I am going to grab my paddle, my dowel that I'm going to use today. Again, that could be a broomstick or a cane or an umbrella, whatever you have handy that's a little bit rigid for you to hold on to. We're not going to paddle quite yet, though. We're going to have I'm going to call it a paddle. We're going to have the paddle down on our lap. Depending on the size of the paddle-like object that you chose, you might actually take your hands just a little bit wider on it. So I need it to be something where you feel supported where you're at. If you're not comfortable with this, come closer, come hands on the lap, whatever you like. We're going to do a few more hinges here just on their own to start with. So hinge down, maybe you're pressing back up. I can't press too hard on this. It's kind of flimsy plastic. But if you have something that's more rigid, go ahead. So it's almost like we're doing a bit of a push-up now, right? And we're activating our core as we do it. We're keeping that really long spine. Good, last one. All right, and then come up tall. We're gonna do the tiniest bit of rotation to start with. So a really controlled rotation with our paddle in hand. So if I want my rotation to be from my mid spine, it's going to be very small with the paddle in hand. And it's gonna call on our oblique muscles, our side core muscles, to help with the rotation and with the return back through center. Good, so last one each way like that. Now, make sure that you're kind of checking in with yourself about how that feels. And we're going to add one more piece to this that's a little bit more difficult. Now, we don't have this support on our knees, and we have more ability to rotate. So, or more space to rotate. So I will let you decide what this looks like for you, taking it back to your lap if that's best for you. Good, last 2. And 1. Awesome. All right. So let's get to a gentle paddle. We're going to start to bring up the heart rate just a little bit now. I have a few patterns for you. I'm not going to use my timer today. We're not doing any pyramid workouts or anything else. We're just going to work through a few different patterns for paddling today, just to make our cardio portion a little bit more interesting than just regular kayak paddle. And then we'll move on to our resistance after that. Awesome. All right, I am trying not to sneeze right now, so give me one moment to to decide whether keep paddling, keep paddling. I think I'll be okay. Okay. So let's do a little bit of a slow side to side reach. So I do like this one. You'll be seeing this one come back in our patterning right away. But for now, I like it just to challenge our core muscles to keep us from side flexing. In a while, we will be side flexing while we do this one. But for now, I want your core muscles to support you so that as your arms move side to side, your body doesn't follow. And then come back to the close paddle. Again, that's whatever is close for you. If you have arms of the chair or maybe the wheels of your chair that you need to work around, then a little bit of a wider paddle, of course, is fine. And then we're going to do our forward reaching paddle with an upright stance for now. So we're going to go big reaches forward. So a little bit of a like exaggerated forward reach. Good. And again, this one can be with hinge and or rotation, and we'll get there later. But for now, we want to be nice and upright to challenge our core muscles that way. So let's do last two and one, and let's come back just to our relaxed close paddle. All right. So I really do enjoy these paddling classes. It's a nice way to get a little bit of cardio. So you're working at your own pace. And we are going to do, our first pattern is going to be 4 quick paddles. So alternating sides. So we're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 2 paddles per side. 2 on one, 2 on the other. So 4 quick paddles alternating, and then a double and a double. 4 singles, 2 and 2. Good. For now, we're keeping everything fairly close to our body. We'll have an option in just a moment to change that up a little bit. You can check in with your posture here. So we want to be nice and tall in our chair. If you do have the core control to be able to move slightly away from your chair back and you want that extra little bit of challenge, you're welcome to do that, to work that little bit harder to keep those hips up nice and tall for this, right? Good. So if you're comfortable here and you want to stay here, absolutely. If you would like to change it up just a little bit, our doubles are going to be a forward reach. So for now, our forward reach is just that. No other body parts other than our arms are really coming along for this one. And then maybe you add another element and your doubles are going to be with a hinge. Okay, a few more like that. I'm going to change it up again. We'll do last 2. And last one. Awesome. Come back just to a relaxed paddle. If you're looking to keep that heart rate up and you want to paddle a little more vigorously, of course, that's fine. I find that this paddling on its own gets a little bit tedious after a while. It's nice to change it up a little bit. So we're going to go to a bit of a push-pull move here, where again, you might be away from your chair back, just changing it up for a moment before we go back to our paddling. So paddle can come to chest level and we're going to push-pull. You might even take your hands a little bit wider on your paddle object. And maybe you're going to add some core muscles as well. So maybe you're forward hinging and sitting back towards your chair back, pressing into your chair back. Make sure if you're doing that press that wheels of the chair are locked and you're somewhere safe where this is not a tip hazard. Good. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Either come back to your paddle or take a little rest. Maybe you want a moment just to kind of shake it out, shake out your neck, grab a drink of water, and we'll get back to paddling again. Okay, so most things are happening in 4s today. We're going to keep with that count of 4. And we're going to do more side reaching paddle now. So we talked about that as we were just starting to paddle. And we're going to do a bit of a side flex in a moment. So for now, we'll keep with the 4s and 2s. Your 4s will be nice and close like you're doing now. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then your 2s are going to be way off to the side. So big reach to the side. Good. So keeping at your own pace, adding in some hour pieces here in a moment. Pick the one that's best for you. So our next one is a side flex. So maybe that reach is a little bit longer. We want our hips to still stay in contact with the chair. So we don't want it to be such a big reach that we have to kind of tip onto one hip. But we're side flexing through the spine using our side core muscles. Okay, a few more like that. And last one coming up here. Back to your relaxed paddle or a higher tempo paddle if that is what you would like to do right now. And our next one is still going to stay with 4s, but we're going to change it up just a little bit. So we're going to challenge our core stability a little bit and get some shoulder muscles working a little bit more in here as well. This one I haven't done before, so in theory, it's going to work just fine. We'll see in a minute here. So we're going to do 4 regular paddles like we were doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a hold. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hand up. Let's see if that works. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Hopefully that means you're on opposite hands each time. It's not really working, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, up. I got to kind of time it just right. So the last paddle, I think. No, I don't know. In theory, we're going to keep going anyway. So if you can find a way that you can get 4 paddles, or maybe three works better, and then a pause. Like I said, in theory, the count was right. Last two. Awesome. All right. We'll forget about that one. We're gonna do just a little bit more of paddling sequence. And actually, let's take a rest from paddling again and do just an upward press. So take the paddle to your chest, maybe take your hands just a little bit higher again, and let's go up and down with a reach that keeps your shoulders away from your ears. So this is a shoulder muscle exercise for sure. But it's also a postural exercise. So make sure you're tall in your chair for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I'm gonna grab a drink of water. We have just a little bit more paddling to do. We're gonna mix up a couple things that we've already done, just a few different ways. And then we'll move on to our resistance work after that. So shoulders are set. Now we did our long paddles side to side. I'm just going to keep my arms moving here. We did our long paddles side to side and our long paddles to the front as well. So we're going to do both those things now. And we're going to do everything in twos for a little bit. So we did 2 reaching forward paddles as part of our one pattern, and then 2 on the other side. And then we're going to reach to the side and do the same thing. 2 on one side, 2 on the other. So reach to the front, 2 paddles off one knee, 2 paddles off the other, and to the side, 2 each side. Front, side, front, and side. Few more like that. Let's do it 2 more times. We're going to keep with the same move generally, but just change up one last thing. And side. Okay, so now if we go to the front, maybe we're going to slow it down and really, sorry, we'll do 2 per side still, 2 per side. Really reach for that next paddle stroke. And then the same thing to the side, side flex. To the front for 2 each side, and to the side for 2 each side. And last time each way. Awesome. Good. Reset those shoulders. This is our very last thing with our paddle for today, and that will be both our forward push-pull and our upward reach and pull down. So for now, let's keep it a little bit speedy. So within your nice controlled movement. And then we're going to slow it down pretty quick here. Maybe you're coming forward with hinge, and then shoulders stay low as those arms reach up. Good, last 2. And 1. And then reset your shoulders. Let's do the same thing. Slow it down. Slow push forward, slow pull in, slow reach for the ceiling, and a really active pull down as well. So press forward, pull in, press for the ceiling, pull down. Just 2 more. Good. When you've done that last one, maybe stop and have a drink of water, and you're gonna trade your paddle for a weight. Okay, so we're only gonna use one weight today. So one hand is free to stabilize on the chair if you need to, or on the arm of the chair, on your lap, whatever you need. As you know, I do this one quite often. This is one of my favorite exercises right now because I feel like it's a very functional exercise for us moving around, reaching for things, pulling things towards us, or pulling ourselves towards something. So it's our bicep curl with just a half lift and then a forward reach. But maybe before we do that, let's just do a few bicep curls on their own. So shoulder is set. I'm going to have my palm facing forward. If you feel like maybe the arm of your chair is a bit in the way for this one, you could turn palm to face into center instead if that gets the weight out of the way a bit. So let's just go all the way up and down. We're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to do 5 of our bicep curl half lift to a reach. So that's halfway up, out, in, and down. So I'll count 5 now. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then I have one more thing on this side. So the muscles are maybe already a little bit tired. Reset that shoulder, make sure it's ready to go. We're gonna do that half bicep curl again, but we're just gonna kind of stay in this position for the next few. So you can have your hand on your lap just while I talk for a moment, ready for action, but resting just for one more moment. So shoulder is set. This one we're going to do 3 on the way out, 3 on the way in, 3 times in total. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3 to reach, 1, 2, 3 back in towards your body. Only 2 more times like that. 1, 2, 3 to reach, 1, 2, 3 to bring it in. And last time, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Let's move to the other side and do those same exercises there. So we started with our 5 regular bicep curls with either palm turned forward or palm turned in, whichever is best for you. So nice controlled all the way up, all the way down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Make sure that shoulder is set. Core muscles have to work a little bit harder as the weight comes away from our body as well. So we're doing that half lift with a reach. So up, out, in, down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Maybe take that weight to your lap just for a moment. We're getting ready to do those last 3, which was holding at our half bicep curl and coming out for 3, in for 3. So shoulder is set, arm is at our right angle. So we're reaching out. 1, 2, 3, pulling in. 1, 2, 3. 2 more times. And last one. 1, 2, 3. In for 1, 2, and 3. Good. Okay, we are moving on in just a minute. We're going to use that weight some more. I am going to have another drink of water and we are going to get going on that. Okay. For the next one, I'm gonna use my hands on either side of the weight. So hopefully you have a weight where that is going to work for you. Shoulders are set. Core muscles are engaged. So we're gonna use our triceps next. Our triceps are the opposite muscle group, of course, to our biceps. So they sit on the back of our arm and they work as we extend our arms to a straight elbow. So they help us extend to a straight elbow. Now this one's going to be maybe a little bit tricky. We often do our tricep kickbacks, but today I'm gonna do something just a little bit different with you. Our shoulders have to work a little bit harder on this one because our arms are going to be up at about shoulder level. So I'll demo it in just a minute. If when you see me do this, you know that your shoulders are not going to like this, maybe you feel tension form in your neck or something else. Instead, do 5 tricep kickbacks, these guys on one side, and then 5 on the other. And that'll, you'll join us after that for the next thing. Okay. So we're gonna punch the weight out front at shoulder height or slightly less. And then we're bending towards our forehead. So weight comes towards our forehead, elbows stay on a nice track, arms extend to have that weight out front. Good. So we're gonna do 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Bring it down. We're coming back to do almost that exact same thing again. Or if you decided to do your tricep kickbacks instead, what you're going to do instead is kick back to hold 1, 2, 3 and bring it in. So you have that as a choice. Make sure you do both sides. Or if you want to join us for our dual arm version, shoulders are set, arms are extended, elbows are bent. We're going to slow down the count for 3. So you're going to go 1, 2, and 3 to come down, 1, 2, and 3 to come up. We're doing 5 of these in total. Three more. And 2. And last one here. Good. Bring it down. Awesome. So that's biceps and triceps and a whole lot of shoulder work done. We're going to do one last shoulder exercise. That's our rotator cuff. I like to make sure we sneak that one in almost every session. And then maybe we'll do one core exercise before we stretch. So let's do the rotator cuff where we're going to go kind of in the same count. So we're going to go 5 times, just a nice smooth rotation to the outside. Different for everyone, so finding whatever is your comfortable range of motion here. Good. And then after that, maybe with the weight, maybe without, you're going to turn so that your palm faces up. And we're going to do 5 of these in our slow 3 count. So it doesn't mean you have to go any farther. We're going 1, 2, and 3 to come out. 1, 2, and 3 to come in. 3 more there. And 2. Elbow stays glued to your side the whole time. Last one. All right, let's do the same on the other side. So of course that weight is optional. If you find that you have enough workload with those rotator cuffs without a weight in hand, that's totally fine. We're doing 5 of them with palm facing in towards center. Nice controlled move, doesn't have to be a super slow count. Good. When you've done 5 of those, you'll bring it back in close. Turn your palm to face up. Shoulder is set. 3 times out. 1, 2, and 3. 3 times in. 1, 2, and 3. 5 times in total here. Elbow stays glued to your side. Good. Two more. And one. Awesome. Okay. Lucky for you, we have enough time to do one last exercise. That's going to be our paint shakers. We have the weight in hand already, so we might as well use it one more time. Shoulders might be getting a little bit tired right now, so make sure you keep those shoulders back and down. Core muscles engaged. This is a core exercise. If you're able to be slightly away from your chair back, it's going to be just a little bit more difficult, so I'll let you decide if that's a safe option for you. Let's go slow to start with just to get the feel of the motion. So we're gonna make this a super quick motion in just a moment, but for now, shoulders are set, core muscles are already engaged, especially as that weight comes away from our body. And then we're gonna start to shorten up the move and quicken up the move. Make sure that you're not holding your breath. Nice even breaths in and out still. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slow it down. Slow it to that long reach. We're going to do it one more time through. And then start to shorten up the move. And then start to quicken up the move. Here we go. Nice even breaths. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. We're done with that weight. You can set it down. Awesome. Maybe give your hands a little shake out first. You can either interlace your fingers or just shake out your hands. You can take them down to your side and do some wrist circles. And then some elbow circles. And then some shoulder circles. Let's do those alternating sides. So you'll do one side and then the other. I'll let you decide whether that's a long arm or whether it's a bit of a bent elbow. Maybe you're even going to do just a little bit of rotation as you do this. So we're doing just a little bit more of a stretch and reach. Last one each way. Awesome. Come on back through center. We're going to take hands to our hips or back pockets, whichever one is best for you. My favorite, chest and front shoulder stretch. And do this one. If you're able to come slightly away from the chair back, perhaps just a little bit more space to pull those elbows back, pressing your hands into your hips. Chest rises just a little bit, so you might find that you're looking slightly up right now, not right above your head, but just a little bit more upward in your gaze. And you can think about every breath in as expanding through your chest and giving you a little bit more stretch. And then every breath out, just giving you that moment to relax and reset. So we'll do 2 more like that. Great. We're going to unwind and do our crossbody stretch. So sweeping arm across, giving yourself a little hug of that arm in towards your chest. And I'm going to let you decide, are you getting more comfortable, a better stretch with your arm extended or with your elbow bent? Whichever one you like better, hang out there. If you'd like to add a little extra, maybe you're rotating into the stretch and looking over your shoulder on the side where your hand is maybe hanging out on the shoulder there. Good. Ease your way back through center. Let's unwind that arm and do the same thing on the other side. So arm comes across, give it a hug, decide whether it feels nicer, arm extended or elbow bent, and then maybe add that extra bit of rotation and a shoulder check as well. And you can come on back through center and unwind that one. We're going to take either hands with fingers interlaced or one palm over top of the other to do our rhomboid stretch next. So I don't want this to be shoulders up by the ears. I want it to be shoulder blades away from center. I like doing this one with some nice even breaths in and out. So maybe you're blowing your hands away and then you're breathing them back in towards your body. Maybe you're adding a little bit of a hinge, so you're welcome to hinge. We don't have our hands at our lap for support right now, so only if that feels like you have enough support to do that. If you are hinging, maybe your hands are coming at a little bit low diagonal, just so you don't have those shoulders creeping up by your ears. Good, last one. Okay, and then we're going to take our hands onto our hips now. So not tucked in our back pockets, but onto our hips. It can be like fists on your hips or open hand, whatever you prefer. Shoulders are down, elbows are back just a little bit. We're going to look down to one hip. And then maybe you're slowly going to kind of sweep your gaze to look down to the other hip. And then your gaze is going to come back through center. We're going to look diagonally up. So this will be, again, not directly above your head, but just to the point where you're getting just a little bit of stretch through your front neck muscles and tendons. And back through center and diagonally up to the other side. And back through center. You can take your hands and either just have them at your sides or on your lap for the next one, with, I guess, another option as well. So we'll just drop our ear to one shoulder. If you feel like this is enough stretch on its own, this is all you have to do. Just hang out here and breathe. If you feel like you want just a little bit extra stretch in the neck, you can put very gentle pressure of your hand onto your head to ease into the stretch. And then head comes back through neutral. Same thing on the other side. Try it without your hand there for extra intensity. And then if you decide you need it, hand to head for just a little bit extra stretch. Good. Ease your head back through neutral. Give me just one big head circle in each direction. So draw a nice big circle with your head one way, and then reverse and go the other way. All right, and then we're going to stay at our chair back for full support. We're just going to finish off with a bit of a breathing exercise. This is one where when we tense a muscle, we're going to take a breath in. When we release and relax the muscle, we're going to take an exhale. If you miss any of them, or if any of them are not ones that are accessible for you, that is okay. Just nice even breaths in and out is really what we're after. So we're going to start at our glute muscles today. You're going to take a breath in as you squeeze your butt, and a breath out to release. Our next one, you're going to inhale as you engage your core muscles, belly button to backbone. Maybe that'll take you away from the chair back, maybe not. And then an exhale to come back to the chair back and relax. Good. Our next one's going to be shoulder blades squeezing towards center with a breath in towards your backbone, and releasing with a breath out. Good. Your hands are going to turn to face palms up. We're going to use them like that just for a moment. So open palm bicep curl on your right side. Breath in. Hand comes down to your lap. Breath out. Same thing on your left side, bicep curl with an open palm and down with an exhale. Right side, we're gonna make a fist with our hand, breath in, and then relax. Maybe give your fingers a wiggle with a breath out. And then left side, we'll do the same. Make a fist, breath in, relax, and exhale. Our next will be shoulder blades towards backbone, a bit of a shrug, sorry, shoulders towards your ears, that's what I meant. And then relax down. Let's try that one again. Shoulder shrug up towards your ears, breath in, release, exhale. There we go. And then our last one will be tensing up your face muscles. You can make a face with a breath in and then release and relax with a breath out. Maybe you're going to leave your eyes closed here just for a moment. Take a few more nice even breaths in and out while you're here. We started our class with a body scan, so if you'd like to do just a little bit of a check-in about how you feel after class today, energy levels, any muscle or joint pain and stiffness that you noticed at the beginning, how does it feel now? As usual, I'll hang out for a few minutes after class. So if you have any questions for me, let me know. We're gonna take one more breath in and out with our eyes closed. And then we're gonna open our eyes. Yes, I see that I'm at time, aren't I? And we are gonna finish off as always, 3 big breaths in, starting down low, reaching for the ceiling. Last one here. Awesome. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any questions, let me know.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doreen. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Awesome. Yes, my patterns don't always work, but that's okay. In theory.
It was fine. I went kayaking yesterday.
Oh, did you? Wow.
Yeah,
It's still nice enough there to not be too cold out on the water.
it was actually really nice. It's probably our last really nice day.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad you got to spend it on the water.
Yeah, worked out really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I love kayaking. It feels so good to be out
Yeah.
there and just be, I don't know. Yeah, it just feels so nice. You feel like you're just part of the water, right?
Exactly. You're part
Mhm.
of I mean, you and the kayak are the same thing. And you
Mhm.
can just move so easily. And
Right.
of course, sometimes the